let's get into the midstream energy industry. All right, so this is big. I've been focusing on this. Thank you, Claudio, for tapping in. Thank you. So let's get into the midstream energy industry. Because this is where the value is. Not only do they have high dividend yields, like across the board, they're like all in the sevens. The industry, natural gas is going to be in the green movement. It has to be. It's energy, and you don't have to worry about energy prices when you're in the midstream because you're just transporting it. You're not drilling for oil. You're not mining for nat gas or anything like that. You know, you're not trying to sell it to a consumer or anything like that. You're the middleman between the oil driller and the refiner. So you just make it easier for them to get to point A to C. You don't worry about the price of energy. You know, you're out of it. As long as you get it from point A to C, we're all Gucci. And that's why I like the industry. You know, it's stable. It's on the safer side. It's less volatile. They make they literally just make money based off fees. So that's why they have high dividends. So I really like this industry. And so when you go back, I go back to the dividend pack. I have EPD and KMI smack dab in the middle. If you put those two together, that's actually a pretty decent chunk of my portfolio, and I'm okay with it. High dividend yields, they're safe, and there's growth opportunity. I like the industry a lot, and so I might be investing a lot more because it just makes sense for where the world is going. I'm actually really excited about it. So as its name implies, the midstream oil and gas segment encompasses and natural gas. In most cases, oil and gas reserves are not located in the same geographic location as refining assets in major consumption regions. That's why transportation is so important. You get to point A to point C. Natural gas consumption growth between 2020 and 2050 is concentrated in two areas: exports and industrial use. All sectors in the United States are projected to increase natural gas consumption in 2050 relative to 2020 in a reference case, except the residential sector, which is okay. For me, you know, the residential sector, there is money to be made, but that's not as consistent money you can get from industry. You know, industries work every day, though they, you know, their pockets are bigger because you're dealing with companies, you're dealing with businesses that make money. All right, residential sector, there's a whole lot of other things that come into play for electricity and energy and stuff like that. So that's why I like the industrial sectors a lot. Electricity generation. The primary use for natural gas is to generate electrical power. Natural gas is the source of more than 25% of the nation's electricity, according to the Energy of Information Administration in 2023. 46% of the new generating capacity needed to the grid will come from natural gas. So the demand is still here. All right, moving forward, there's still growth opportunity in these sectors. And when you're talking about cigar butts or dying industries or industries that are out of favor, this is why I like the midstreams, because they're low in price, they haven't really moved, and if you can find the ones that can grow into the new age, this is where the real money is had, and you could just stay low key with it. And so when talking about the gematria behind it, there's a lot. Natural gas, 33 in reduction, powerful number. What else to, like, I don't even need any of these other codes right here, really. Natural gas, 33. Keep it at that. We keep it pushing. All right. But obviously, it's never that simple. I like to go further with it. But as you see, look, midstream energy stocks in TX, Texas, midstream energy stocks in Houston, HOU, natural gas helps green movement, midstream energy, stable companies. They all equal 330 in English ordinal, 33. Then you have midstream energy stocks in Houston, natural gas helps green movement, 123 and 147 in reduction and reverse reduction. So you see the connections here. You see the 147s all across the board, the 174s. So there's a lot of connections here. Then we got Texas Midstream Energy stocks, Midstream Energy Houston, Texas. Natural gas will help midstreams. Natural gas helps clean energy, all equaling 332 English ordinal, one digit away, 133, the Colell rule. Then we got 116 for Midstream Energy Houston, Texas. Natural gas will help midstreams. We understand, very powerful. Then we got this. Midstream energy is most reliable. Natural gas helps in green movement. Natural gas will supplement crude oil. 137 reduction, 33rd prime. Natural gas, electric grid power, KMI, EPD, green energy, and midstream energy stocks, KMI, EPD, 133 reduction. Very important. Enterprise Products Partners, EPD, and Kinder Morgan, KMI, make midstream monopoly, 333 reduction. Natural gas keeps midstream companies and stock profitable in clean green ESG movement, 333 reduction. I think I made a great case for midstream energy industry. Obviously, so EPD is the second largest stock in the space. KMI is the seventh. And so the biggest midstream energy is EMB, Enbridge Inc. Now they are like $220 billion larger than EPD from 1 and 2. So in a lot of cases, Enbridge is the big dog. But I like EPDs because there's still growth on the bone. You know, Enbridge is at 70 billion. EPD is at 50. What's harder to get to? 70 billion to 80 billion or 50 billion to 60 billion with growth in the stock. So that's why I like that. KMI sitting at like 38 billion right now. So it could easily, I think, in 10 years, it could easily double where they're at on top of its large dividend.